Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks, and I just did a video earlier today about this, and I just redrew it in just like 2 minutes, and I kind of started thinking about how he got some things wrong, if I'm going to call them wrong. So let's just nudge that out of the way. First of all, I noticed if I make a 2-point line, he has it set for arrows. And that's maybe the problem he has, so we're going to change that line just a straight line. We're going to make that line, because I draw everything in hairline, he draws everything in like 4 points. And instead of making that arrow, let's go ahead and make it black. And if we go to Object and convert it to an outline, and then left click, right click, we get this thin line. Take the Shape tool and select both those and hit 1 time plus. Grab that center node, start moving and holding down the control button, and then that way you can't really get off. And you've got one of the lines. Now and it doesn't matter how long it is, we're gonna hit P, put it in the center of the page. This target thing, or this bullseye in a scope is like 5.9. We're gonna hit P, put it in the center of the page. And then our nudge factor set on 10, we're gonna set it on 1/2 inch. We're going to grab our one part and we're just going to nudge it down a little bit. Let's bring in some indexing lines so we'll know what the center is. And we're going to nudge it down one more time and kind of do like that. Doesn't matter how long it is. That's what's good about this. Control D and make a duplicate. And for the one I'm doing it for, his duplicate distance was set at a factory setting of 1/4. And that kind of messes things up when you're doing stuff like this. And then I'm just going to Control D and make a duplicate of it and rotate it 90 degrees, rotate it 90 degrees. And you can see that the outer parts aren't going to really matter. And then I just made these dots that are in the bullseye. And I draw everything in hairline because it's really going to work out better if you draw in hairline. When you smart fill, you're going to get a cleaner, smoother. So we don't want it right in the center. So I'm going to set my nudge factor on 1/2 inch, and I'm going to nudge that. Well, that's too much. Let's nudge it back. Let's set it on like 0.02, because we don't want, now see you saw I grab the line. So if you come outside, as long as you don't select that whole line, and we're just going to nudge that in like, well, I need to really know how far I nudged it in. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to take a duplicate and I'm going to put it on that point. I'm going to nudge that in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're equal between the center. Now I'm going to grab both those, go to Effects, Blend. I'm just going to blend 2 times. Now I still break these apart and I would still group them together. And then Control D and make a duplicate and move your rotation to the center and rotate it 90 degrees. Now I got the ones in the center a little bit too close and maybe they're too big. But by doing this, now I'm going to set my nudge factor back on 10. And I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to just use my Smart Fill tool, set on black, and voila. That's why I didn't have to worry about how long these lines were, because I just wanted the inside of it anyway. So we're going to delete all that. We're going to go ahead and get rid of our indexing lines. And I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. And then I'm going to take another line that's like 6.2, turn it into a 4-point line, and make it black, and hit P, put it in the center of the page. And just, if I didn't have to talk, I could have drawn that in a minute. It's sharper, it's cleaner, and I found out where his mistakes were. Now maybe, this is the original one, maybe my dots are bigger, but almost when I haven't done much powder coating take off, but when you're doing these little bitty dots, you might want to consider, and his points are a little bit not as sharp as mine. Anyway, that's how I would do it. Thank you for watching. Hope that helped.